Hi everybody, it's VEDA Day 3. If you're wondering why I talk with a gaming headset on, it's because I can use the microphone here for giving you better audio. Because basically what goes on with my iPhone camera here is that when I have the camera on the other side, looking outward, the mic pickup pattern goes out in front, and so if I hold it like I'm holding it now and I talk, I come out all muffled. So I just do it this way because it's just for better quality. So here's that clock story that I promised you all yesterday. First off, a little background. This is just a plain old Howard Miller generic run-of-the-mill wall clock. There is a date code on the back of 1977, so this thing is 40 years old and it's still ticking away. Now this clock, I have much fondness for this clock because this clock was in our house, and it's one thing that I have very fond memories of because it gonged on the hour. And after Mom died, Dad stopped the clock and took the pendulum out, and he died last year, and so I took the clock. And now that I got a house, I put it back in service, and now I've been going through a process of trying to time the pendulum properly. The movement is battery operated, but pendulum regulated. And it tends to be, no matter what I try and do with it, it always tends to be about a couple seconds slow every hour, so that's been kind of a bit of a frustration. But anyways, on to that story. My mom was regaling me this tale when I was, this happened when I was like really little. Probably, like maybe 2 or 3 years old. I knew how to tell time from this clock, but Mom didn't realize it. Because you see, what had happened was that I always watched The Muppet Show every day on Channel 5 WFRV TV, and it was on in syndication, and it was on at 2 in the afternoon. And this event happened on a daylight savings time switch in the spring where you move the clocks ahead. And so what had happened was, no, actually this might have been fall, but whatever happened was that Mom, she forgot to change the clock. And so when the hands got to 2 o'clock, and I was watching the TV and my Muppet Show didn't come on, Mom said that I had one heck of a meltdown, inconsolable, screaming, crying, all that good stuff. And Mom realized what had happened was when she changed the clock, put it in the right time, and she said, "Scott, the show will be on when this hand gets to here." And I immediately calmed down, and it was from that time that Mom realized that I knew how to tell time, even though I couldn't read or do any of that other good stuff at the time. Okay, YouTube, so this is my drive to work every day. Since they started doing this, or since I moved here to the house that I own now, it actually started like back in May. They've been doing this Terra Forming and utility project. They've been replacing all the utilities, and they've been redoing the side of the road with bulldozers and stuff, and I'll show you some of that here. So now we're coming up, going from 2-lane down to 1. And this is kind of annoying because this is Edgewood Road, and Edgewood Road is the main north-south drag on the west side of town here in Cedar Rapids. And I'll angle the camera a little bit here so that you can kind of see off on the right what they're doing. But yeah, they got this blocked off for about a mile. And then all on the right here, they've got mounds of dirt set up and bulldozers that are moving all this dirt around, and they're redoing the side of the road here. And this goes on for about a mile, and this whole stretch of road here is down to 1 lane. local police department, they got one of their portable speed monitoring devices there. But yeah, we're coming down into the river valley here for the Cedar River. I think that this is a stormwater mitigation project, but this is where it ends, right here. A lot of people have asked me at work here why I drive an old man's car. It's a Mercury Grand Marquis. And I'll show you why I drive an old man's car to work. This is why. I have leg room. My leg is fully extended out, and I don't have to have the seat all the way back. This is the first car that I've ever owned where I have not had to have the seat all the way back in order to be comfortable driving. On break at work right now. That's the other side of Chick-fil-A, is Red Lobster. I have not eaten at a Red Lobster. The last time I ate at a Red Lobster was 1993. I remember that. See, I remember the really, really old school Red Lobster. The one that was around like before 1984 or somewhere in that time frame. And I remember it very well because growing up in Wisconsin, we always, at least once or twice a summer, we would make a pilgrimage up to Green Bay to go shopping at the malls up there and check out other things and do whatnot. And we always finished out the day with dinner at Red Lobster. And I remember the really old Red Lobster. What I liked about it was they had these huge cottage fries that you could get. I don't remember what else they had. They must have like a kid's meal or something like that. But you could get these cottage fries, and I just remember those were my absolute favorite things to eat in the whole world, were those cottage fries. And right over there, by the way, is the Northside Mall here in Cedar Rapids. But today has been kind of a sucky day for me because my whole life I have dealt with gastrointestinal problems to some degree or another. And I don't think it's just so much from any one thing in particular, like gluten intolerance or casein intolerance or just any kind of intolerance. But for me, I always have had I have chronic acid reflux. I've been dealing with that my whole life. And they tried proton pump inhibitors on me, and those just didn't do what they wanted to do. So I've been a, shall we say, Tums addict for my whole life, because it's really the only thing that that helps. And today, for instance, I was late getting to dinner, and so when that happens and I eat something, I get really, really terrible stomach cramps, and I'm having those right now, and it just feels like a knife being stuck into my side. But back to Red Lobster, sometime in the late 80s, I want to say it was like 89 or 90, somewhere in that time frame, was when Red Lobster, they introduced their cheddar biscuits. Their appetizer things that they give you. I don't know if they still do them, but I remember the first time I ever had them, the people, the waitress, she's like, yeah, we're thinking about introducing these new things. Could you try some? Would you like to try some? And so we did. And to me, I never saw the point of them. I never understood them. And I absolutely hated them because it was something new. It was change. And as a 10-year-old, it just completely ruined something as trivial as putting a new item on the menu. It ruined my Red Lobster experience forever. Okay, YouTube. This is VEDA Day 3. I'm wrapping up for everything, and I'm on my way home. Getting on the interstate. Today was another okay day. Today was an okay day for me. I had some headaches pop up during the day at work. Had a few unexpected things come our way to kind of disrupt the flow of the day.
but nothing that served as any major showstoppers. We got emergency vehicles on the side on the off ramp there. I don't know what's going on. Oh geez, some kind of medical emergency it looks like. Well, that sucks. Hopefully that person's okay. And as I get into the exit here, I will take the opportunity to exit all of you for today. So, this was VEDA. Another VEDA day for me. I think I can do these. I think I can do all 30 of them. And I've got a pattern down that seems to help me out, and I look forward to doing this again tomorrow, and I look forward to hearing your comments and telling some more stories. So, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video, please comment on this video, and please sub to my channel.